In the world of sports endorsements, we've seen jaw-dropping deals before. Nike's lifetime contract with LeBron James, Adidas's billion-dollar partnership with Messi, and massive sponsorships in the NFL and NBA. But this latest headline, it blows everything out of the water. According to multiple sources close to the negotiation, Apple CEO Tim Cook personally approved an eye-popping $245 million offer to boxing superstar Canelo Alvarez. The proposal wasn't just about wearing a logo or making a social media post. It was a full-scale brand integration plan, unlike anything we've seen before. So what did Apple want? The company reportedly aimed to make Canelo the global face of Apple's new iPhone campaign, feature him in exclusive commercials showcasing new features, integrate Apple branding into every stage of his next fight, press conferences, weigh-ins, and even fight night walkouts. Have Canelo use the new iPhone publicly during training, behind-the-scenes footage, and post-fight interviews. Apple could have gone after a soccer legend or an NBA superstar. So why bet nearly $250 million on a boxer? The answer is simple: impact. Boxing delivers big moments. Unlike weekly sports leagues, boxing events are massive global spectacles. One fight dominates headlines worldwide for weeks. Canelo is a global icon. The Mexican superstar is the face of modern boxing, a multi-division champion, and one of the highest-grossing pay-per-view fighters ever. Cultural influence. Apple knows boxing appeals deeply to Latin American markets, one of Apple's fastest-growing regions. Tim Cook's vision was clear. This is not a sponsorship. This is a cultural moment. With the iPhone's most innovative upgrade in years around the corner, Apple wanted a headline-grabbing strategy that merges sports and tech in an unprecedented way. And a boxing megastar like Canelo provided the perfect stage. But what Apple didn't expect was the answer they got next. Now let's dive deeper into the deal itself, because this wasn't just a handshake and a logo placement. Apple's $245 million proposal came with specific, bold demands that pushed the boundaries of traditional sports marketing. According to leaked details, the conditions included pre-fight branding. Canelo would appear in a global ad campaign demonstrating new iPhone features like advanced camera functions and augmented reality tools. Integrated Fight Week content. All media appearances, press conferences, weigh-ins, and open workouts would include subtle Apple branding and product usage. Exclusive fight night visibility. Apple proposed that Canelo enter the ring wearing custom-designed gear inspired by Apple aesthetics, possibly even including AR visuals during his entrance. Social media activation. Canelo's social channels, boasting millions of followers, would feature dedicated Apple content leading up to the fight. In-ring endorsement. Here's the kicker. Apple wanted Canelo to mention the iPhone by name during the post-fight interview if he won. Industry insiders were stunned. This wasn't just an endorsement. It was full-scale immersion of a tech giant into the heart of a championship boxing event. Marketing analysts called this revolutionary, predicting it could set the tone for future collaborations between tech and combat sports. If this deal went through, it would redefine the playbook for athlete-brand partnerships forever. But as negotiations heated up, everyone was waiting for Canelo's reaction. Would he take the deal of a lifetime or protect his legacy? When the offer hit the table, many assumed Canelo would jump at it. After all, $245 million for a single campaign is unheard of in boxing. But what came next stunned everyone, from Tim Cook to fight fans worldwide. According to sources, Canelo's response was just one sentence: "My focus is on legacy, not logos." That line sent shockwaves through the sports and tech worlds. In an era where athletes often prioritize big paydays, Canelo's refusal stood out like a beacon of old-school integrity. Social media erupted instantly. #LegacyNotLogos began trending worldwide. Fans praised Canelo for putting his career and pride above money. Even rival fighters applauded him for staying true to the sport. In a later interview, Canelo clarified, "I respect Apple. I love technology. But when I step into that ring, I'm there for my legacy, not for a commercial." Those words carried weight. They signaled that for Canelo, boxing isn't just a job, it's a calling. And he wasn't about to turn his fight into a tech expo, no matter how much money was on the table. But the fallout from this decision? It was massive. The news of Canelo rejecting Apple's historic offer spread like wildfire. Reactions poured in from every corner of the internet and beyond. Most fans hailed Canelo as a hero. Finally, an athlete who can't be bought. This is why Canelo is the face of boxing. Respect. Some joked, Apple couldn't bite the champ. Imagine Canelo walking out to the iPhone ringtone. Experts debated whether this was a smart move financially. Max Kellerman. Canelo just walked away from generational wealth, but maybe that's what makes him special. Teddy Atlas. Legacy first. That's the mindset of a true champion. Apple has remained silent publicly, but marketing insiders believe this setback could push the company toward other athletes or even entire leagues. Still, the shock factor of this failed deal has already given Apple massive global publicity, ironically, without spending a dime. Meanwhile, Canelo's decision has elevated his personal brand even further. In refusing to be a corporate billboard, he positioned himself as a purist, a throwback to an era when boxing was about pride, not profits. Canelo's rejection of Apple's $245 million offer could mark a turning point in how athletes and brands interact. Canelo's stance sets a precedent. Integrity can outweigh money and still enhance an athlete's legacy. Younger fighters may follow his example, demanding authentic partnerships that don't compromise their craft. Apple's bold move proves tech companies are ready to invest huge sums in sports. We might see future deals where brands integrate into fight night experiences through AR, VR, and exclusive streaming platforms. This saga shines a spotlight on boxing as a marketing powerhouse. With global audiences and massive pay-per-view numbers, brands will continue to chase these opportunities, whether or not fighters say yes. As one fan tweeted, "You can buy ads. You can't buy a champion's soul." And that's the truth. Canelo Alvarez has reminded the world why boxing remains a sport of honor, even in an age driven by money and marketing. Tim Cook swung big with a $245 million punch, but Canelo slipped it like a pro. In doing so, he reminded us that some things, like legacy, can't be bought. What do you think? Should Canelo have taken the deal? Or did he make the right call by putting legacy over logos? Drop your thoughts in the comments and subscribe for more shocking stories from the boxing world.